Media, what's happening with Greg Fry show. We are going to look at some statistics for the social media landscape, what's happening in social media, a few Facebook changes we're going to discuss, Instagram's doing something mad. We'll talk about what that might be, and we have some very, very cool tools, not to mention some Twitter news, but we also have some cool tools I want to show you, including a Bluetooth microphone for your smartphone. So that's all coming up in today's show, so let's get started. 2 billion, 1.5 billion, 1.38 billion, 1.38 billion, 963 million, 700 million, 328 million, 255 million, 200 million. What the hell am I talking about? Well, this week Social Bakers came out with brand new stats for the top social media platforms that are out there, and they've tallied the monthly users as of September 2017 for the main platforms. So Facebook is coming up first. 2 billion monthly users active on Facebook. Number 2. Who's number 2? We forget to think of it like a social network, but it is one. YouTube. 1.58. I think it's 1.5 billion monthly active users on YouTube, according to Social Bakers. Mammoth. We should be looking at YouTube. 1.38 billion and 1.38 billion. It's a tie for third place, and that's Messenger and WhatsApp. So 1.38 billion monthly users each. WeChat, the Chinese super app, 963 million active monthly users. And then what coming in, what are we down to? We're down to 6th place. Is it 6th place now? I think it's 6th place. Instagram with 700 million active monthly users, and then a big drop down to Twitter, 328 million active monthly users. Snapchat, 255 active monthly users, and Pinterest coming in last of this poll, 200 million active monthly users. So that's the social media landscape according to Social Bakers for September 2017. And it kind of really proves the power and the use of messaging apps, and heck, the power of YouTube, and the fact that businesses were still not taking YouTube as seriously as we should and trying to build audiences on YouTube like we try to build them on Twitter and Facebook. So 1.5 billion active monthly users. Bear that in mind. What else are we going to talk about this week? Well, let's talk about something I saw, and it was the Next Web's article this week. They said that some of their readers had spotted something quite bizarre on the Facebook Android app. This is obviously something that the guys are testing. Top left hand corner was a button on the Facebook Android tab for WhatsApp. So an opportunity, if I'm on Facebook on my Android device, to literally press my button, shortcut directly into WhatsApp to send a message or make a phone call. Interesting thing that we're testing. I love it when people try to phone you when you're in the middle of a live screen or live stream even. Quite annoying, but there you go. So there's an interesting thing. So WhatsApp button added to Facebook. We're testing that. Is that something we want to look at? What else might Facebook be up to? Well, another thing that's been spotted this week that they're clearly testing is if you've saved a video or even partially played a video before on Facebook, it actually shows you when you look at that video again where you've watched up until. So the ability to, I suppose, resume watching a video from the place that you've stopped watching it in. Seems like a logical and interesting feature. They apparently are testing that, so that's something else we spotted this week. An interesting thing as well that's been spotted in the US is the ability, when you see an ad and you think, wow, that's a really cool ad on Facebook, a little button that you can press to create a similar ad to the ad that you've liked. So there seems to be lots and lots, as ever, lots and lots of testing taking place behind the scenes on Facebook with some interesting, cool features. Like last week we talked about the snooze button on Facebook that they're testing. So really interesting stuff there. Something that seems to be rolling out beyond testing is a recent ad activity tab on mobile. So this is when we're on a mobile device. I can literally go into my mobile phone, look at my tabs down the side, and there is going to be an option that's going to tell me, show me, that I can review my recent ad activity. So this essentially is, I can see any of the ads that I might have liked, commented, shared, or engaged with over recent time. So I suppose why this might be of any interest to me as a consumer, I may have been on a bus, I may have seen an ad, I may have said to myself, oh, that looks interesting, I might check that out later. Then later comes, I can't find the goddamn ad because it's not being served up to me anymore. So what this is doing is it's allowing me to go back and find the ad that I engage with on the bus when I am ready to make a sale. How is that good for the advertiser? Well, for the advertiser, it maybe makes our ads last longer or be more visible to people, particularly the ones that have engaged, so they'll be able to see it again at a later date should they ever look at that tab, which they may never do. But I don't know whether you save video content on Facebook. I do a lot. I save articles, constantly saving stuff I see of interest to me on Facebook. And then Facebook and my newsfeed pops up. Here's the video you saved yesterday, Greg. Do you want to watch it now? Imagine they did that for ads. That'd be kind of cool. So I've engaged with an ad. It's now visible in this tab, which is my recent ad activity tab, which I might never go into, but maybe it will serve the ad up to me again. Maybe it's wishful thinking, and say, hey, there's the ad that you liked yesterday. You still interested in that? That would be cool from an advertiser's perspective. So this recent ad activity tab is being rolled out on Facebook. Okay, cool. It's always Facebook. Every week it's Facebook, 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 Facebook. And last week, it wasn't until Friday afternoon that I saw something to do with Twitter. So I'm going to mention it this week. Twitter have finally rolled out the ability on our app, on our phone, both on iOS and Android, to essentially manage Twitter accounts through Teams. So for example, if I'm a staff member, I don't have to have full administrative rights to the Twitter account. I can literally be given access as an administrator, or not administrator, as a contributor on Twitter. So essentially I can tweet from my mobile phone when I'm out at events. So can other members of the team with their mobile phones when they're out on events, but I can keep control of my account as the administrator. So essentially I can roll out different security bits on Twitter. So for example, I don't have to have staff members being able to change my password. So that can now be managed. So multiple people can access a Twitter account through Teams on the Twitter app. Cool. Like it. The other thing that I've noticed, and it kind of drives me bonkers slightly with social media, because so often my mobile phone interface is slightly different from your mobile phone interface. But you can call it I think it's the Discover or the Explore tab on Twitter. yes, we're staying on Twitter, there is a feature that people are starting to notice where you will see what's called popular articles. So if I'm going down the Explore tab on Twitter and I'm scrolling down, seeing all the latest news and key moments taking place and what the popular hashtags are in my area at the moment, there's another section which is showing up for some people called popular articles, and this is showing us the articles that our followers on Twitter are engaging with or sharing. So if I was trying to find out what content would my audience be interested in, this popular articles feature is a bloody good one to find out. So check that out. So Explore tab or Discover tab, and literally down the bottom, look for popular articles. Let's talk Instagram. Cool. Instagram uproar. They appear to be testing a new layout on Instagram. What is that new layout? Well, as you can see on Instagram, we have a profile and we have 3 photographs. And lots of brands have created really cool crafty pictures designed around having 3 photographs across on an Instagram profile. They appear to be looking at a grid that has 4 photographs and not 3 photographs on it. So instead of having 3 photographs here, 1, 2, 3, we would have 4 across. A lot of people getting very angry about this one. Why are they doing it? Doesn't seem to make any sense whatsoever, other than the fact that maybe people have more content, are creating more content on Instagram now than they were in the past, so there's more content to showcase when someone looks at your business or your personal Instagram profile. Or someone played devil's advocate with this idea and suggested maybe Instagram is going to place ads in that grid. Maybe it's just a place of how can we find more space to put ads, because as we know, the internet's getting full. The Facebook newsfeed is full of ads, and that's why stories are so important to Instagram and Facebook, so we can have ads there as well. So maybe they're looking at putting ads in your Instagram profile pictures. Don't like the sound of that, but that's something that's been thrown out there this week by some digital marketing experts. Interesting. Also, while we talk about Instagram, is they're testing a feature which I quite like. Is if you're looking at an Instagram profile, it will instantly tell you when you look at their profile whether that person is following you or not. So if I go to someone's profile here, can we see it here? It will tell me that they're following me. It will even suggest that I should follow them back. I mean, at the moment when I follow someone, I can see I'm following them, but I don't know whether they're following me. In fact, it's quite time consuming to figure out who the hell my followers are on Instagram. So when I go to anyone's profile, I'll be able to see whether they're following me, and it will even prompt me to follow them back. Interesting feature. Anyone go live on Instagram? Well, should you be this way inclined, you can now use Instagram face filters when you go live. So again, I can go live as a dog, should I wish to do so. Again, quirky, fun, social, but not overly groundbreaking. But we can now use face filters when we go live. And I nearly say, when it comes to some brands and companies, don't be afraid to just to be quirky, to have a personality, to be a little bit wild, and to be fun with your brand. At the end of the day, no one wants a boring video. So maybe these face filters are a good thing for brands to look at. What do you think? So those are the main things that I have seen this week. Other things that I noticed Again, I talked about everyone's app interface looking slightly different, which is weird. But I know, for example, I was looking at my wife's, she's on the same platform as me. So she's on her Facebook app. She has down the very bottom here, she has a video feed. I don't have a video feed yet. Do you have a video feed down here? So she's got an option, not only these basic options down the bottom, but she's actually got an option to press in and consume video. Don't know what's going on. Same phone, same number of updates. Facebook just like her more than me, obviously, but she has a video feed now, like a Facebook news feed on her mobile app. The other thing that I think is big news that you guys may not be aware of is we can upload video natively to LinkedIn from desktop. So if we create great video, rather than link to a YouTube video, which gives another click and they have to go somewhere else, and probably LinkedIn would rather promote its content that's on its platform, or link to your Facebook Live, which takes place on Facebook. You can actually upload your video natively directly from your desktop to LinkedIn. This may encourage people to upload better quality video to LinkedIn. So that's another thing that's out there. That's it for this week, except what is the app or the tool of the week? Well, app or tool of the week. Apple obviously rolled out what's called its new operating system, iOS 11, which we can all upgrade, particularly if you're on an iPhone 6S or probably 6, 7 or higher. It's worth upgrading to. One of the new features, which is kind of cool, is the ability to record your screen. So I can record my screen on my phone. So say I wanted to demo an app or a game, or even talk about, do a little video tutorial about Facebook Live as on a mobile app, I can actually record my screen. Now what happens when I record my screen, and I recorded it there a second ago, it's purely just saved to my camera roll. So there's my video here in my camera roll. Where is it? So here's my wonderful video that I just did. So pure and simple. So I can now record my screen. So this could be cool for demoing apps, or doing little tutorials, or a lot of people are slightly freaked out about, or even saving someone's Snapchat stories without their permission and so on. But the ability to record our mobile screen on the new operating system on Apple, iOS 11, that is my kind of cool tool of the week, if you like. If you didn't like that tool, something else that I saw this week, and it was a Krishna Day that pointed it out to me, is the first Bluetooth microphone for your phone. I think about 60 meters you can get away from your phone. So you can have your phone on a tripod, and literally this little lapel mic that clips onto your jacket, should you wear a jacket, and essentially it's a Bluetooth microphone for your video recordings on your mobile phone. It's cool. It's called Hey Mic, HEYMIC, and the website is www.loveheymic.com. At the moment they are selling the microphone. I think it's about $65 plus VAT or tax, as the Americans call it. Comes in about $99, including shipping to Ireland at the moment, and it may be a cool thing to up the quality sound on your mobile recordings. So that's it. That's all for this week. So for me, Greg Fry, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care.